snow.
We got that other light coating.
Yeah, but we got that other light coating, so it kind of added.
I'm Rich.
And I'm Josh.
Make sure your Walkman is at full battery because we're diving into our dad tapes.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for listening to tape number 54 of the Dad Tapes. Let's get rolling. What are we drinking today?
Today, because we're actually recording during the daytime today because we had a little bit of a technical fucking difficulty last night. We don't need to talk about that. Today, we're going to be drinking some New Trail Brewing Company from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. It's called Goggles. It's a hazy double IPA, and it's a heavy boy. It's an 8.8 APV. And then what we're also going to start doing now on the show is, because we've long talked, almost it seems like every episode, about ranking our beers.
Yeah.
Well, there's a website that we typically use when we provide the links in our show notes from Untapped.com. And from what I found, it's one of the most popular beer review websites. So we're going to be rating our beers of the night. And I think the profile I made for us on Untapped, it keeps track of our ranked beers.
Does it really?
I think so. So we'll be rating them, and what we think out of a 5-star is the average rating is a 4.09 out of 5 stars. And I'm kind of I'm ready to get this thing cracking, bro.
So am I.
Yeah, let's get it. There we go.
That's crisp.
It's still just as bold as last night.
Yep.
It still is. It's still got that full flavor. Mm-hmm. And it's not, even though it's like middle of the day, it's not heavy for the middle of the day.
No, it's not.
This is, last night I rated a 4.25. Tonight, or last night I rated it a 4.25. Today, if you're having it again, I might say 4.3. 4.3, 4.35.
I agree with you to 4.3.
It's even better than it was last night.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Seems like it's a lot colder, too.
Oh, it's the same coldness, bitch. I don't. It's not coming from your house, so we don't have to worry about that. But anyway, so yeah, dude, it's been about a few weeks since we actually last recorded. I mean, obviously with Christmas, we're not going to record on fucking Christmas. Then we had New Year's Eve, and we didn't record then. And then obviously last week the snow kind of held some things up. But how's it been, man? What's been going on?
Oh, man, it's been a little rough at work. We got laid off because we finished up our contract for 2024, and we didn't have any work left. So we got 2 weeks off between Christmas and New Year's. And then after the New Year, we were supposed to come back the 6th, but the 6th is when we got the snow. So I was off for another week, and then end up going back on that following Monday. Worked Monday, and then Tuesday we all come into work, and the night crew hit a main.
Nice.
So we got kicked off the system, so we're laid off again. So I'm just hoping to be back to work next week. Because your boy's fucking broke.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. That's what happens to get laid off for a while.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. But
anyway, so how's it been with Addie? I mean, I know you had her, this past weekend, right?
Yeah, it was good. We ended up going and staying at my dad's for the weekend. And
how'd she like all the snow?
Good, man. She loves snow.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's
she's
good.
out there in her PJs and a jacket just going nuts.
I love it.
She didn't care what.
Wait, did you have her? Did your ex let you have her during that night, or did she go back home tomorrow?
During the snowstorm?
Yeah, because it started, Sunday?
I didn't have her that weekend. I had her the following weekend after we got the snow.
Oh, we got that other light coating.
Yeah, but we got that other light coating, so it kind of added to it a little bit.
Another inch or so, yeah.
Yeah, but she liked it. She loves the snow. She likes having fun. So, but how How about you with the kids? Did they enjoy it? I know they had a snow day, right?
Of course they enjoyed it. Yeah, dude. It was they enjoyed it. Yeah, it was baller. It was nice. It was a good snow day. I got off of work that day. It turned out to be a nice little 4-day weekend for me because I had Sunday off. And then obviously the snow Sunday night, and our site closed down with the it was just a cool little requirement that our VP did. He's like, "Hey, look, I'll close down the site, but only on the condition that everybody sends photos of you and your family out in the snow tomorrow." I was like, "That's a cool idea, right? It gets everybody out. It gets every family time."
That's cool.
Exactly. So we had our site shut down on Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday were my days off that week, and then we had a party weekend too. So I don't know if I've ever told you what party weekend is.
No.
Okay. So to catch up, I'll put that to the side for now, right? But to catch up how my time has been, bro, it's just been busy. Dude, I ended December top 200 in the company at 18,000 reps. I killed it in December. November was a good month. Looking to kill it in January, but it's a little bit slow right now. I've had maybe like 7 families I've sat with, and comparatively speaking to December, November, and October, this is maybe a third of what I'd be at right now.
Wow.
Just even like tours that I've had in front of me. So yeah, it's been slow. But we got a huge weekend coming up. For whatever reason, I don't know why it's on a holiday. I have no idea why. It's the freaking middle of January at the beach. Don't get it. But whatever. We got over 100 check-ins at the resort coming up. So plenty of opportunities. I'm going to get some money this weekend, bro. I'm going to be selling that timeshare.
Good.
Selling that timeshare. But anyway, but yeah, dude, it's all in all, it's been good to be back home for the most part. I mean, we've had now over, I don't know, maybe 45 days being back at home.
Good. And you guys were stressing out a little bit.
Stressed out a little, bro. It was nerve-wracking, man.
Yeah.
It was nuts. But yeah, as far as work goes, party weekend. It's you go out on Wyndham's dime. They pay for your dinner. So it's a 3-night, 4-night event. 3-night, 4-day event. Your first day there, it's a dinner. You go to like a fancy steakhouse or something like that, right? Your second night, there's an event. In Atlantic City, they'll have a couple shows they go to, or maybe a concert, or maybe a second dinner somewhere. Like this last one, they had dinner. We had dinner at the Palm in the Tropicana.
Okay.
And it's an old famous restaurant, but it's certainly stuck in the 90s. And then we had the guests, because on the first night, the reps, they go there. You have to be so high on the rotation to be able to go. So I went there, had it was okay dinner. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have paid for it, but it was free. So, But anyway, the second night they went to Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. They went to Knife and Fork.
Okay. Knife and Fork is nice.
I haven't been to Knife and Fork.
It's very nice.
For our listeners, like Knife and Fork, if you've ever watched Boardwalk Empire, if you haven't, you need to.
Yeah.
But if you haven't watched Boardwalk Empire, or you have watched Boardwalk Empire, Knife and Fork is actually the restaurant that is based in the movie where all the mobsters hang out at. Yep. That is Knife and Fork. It's been around since the 1800s, dude. It's a cool little spot. Haven't eaten there yet, but they got to eat there. And then the third night is their own free night. They get to do what they want. But the third day they come in and they do a tour.
Okay.
So that but that said, it's been a good time. It's like I said, it's been good to slow down and be back at home. That's honestly the best part about it all.
Yeah.
But do you know what time it is? Oh, look at that. Grab them for your book, because you're ill prepared. You're not aware.
Nope.
And it's even in your bag too.
I was last night.
Jesus.
Not today.
Good grief.
It's all that staying up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning playing Minecraft.
Yeah. The worst sound you can hear when you mining too, bro. You know. Remember all the tunnels we would build down there?
Yeah. You hears, fuck.
Oh man, especially if you're right by lava.
If you want to give a millennial anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God.
It's time for us to be aware dads. With a reading from The Daily Dad by Ryan Holiday. Tonight we will be reading February 3rd, Love Without End, Amen. Parents don't just love their children every now and then. As the verse from the classic George Strait song goes, it's a love without end, amen. It's a love without end, amen. Parental love is not something that is dispensed only when things are going easily with your kids. When they listen, when they conform to your expectations, expressions of love are not just for when they succeed or when everything is going well in your life or in your job. Not every now and then, but always, without end, unconditionally, even when they hit their siblings, when they lie about a test, when they don't want to eat their vegetables, when they want to quit something you paid a lot of money for, when they've acted in a way contrary to the values you've tried to instill in them. Even if this kind of love isn't something you got as a kid, even if it seems clouded, when they're struggling or difficult to express when you're pissed, even when they take you for granted and make things so hard on you, you have to show them that you love them, now and then and every moment in between. Love without end, amen.
So today our topic, right? With all the news on the East Coast about all those crazy drone sightings and nobody really knowing what they are or where they're coming from and the weird information going around about them, we figured today, well, it would be a great time to discuss that very topic. Aliens, right? How we feel about the topic and what our real take is on what is happening on the East Coast with all the sightings. So join us today, as this could be a wild one.
It's gonna be a fun one.
It's 5:00 somewhere, boy. Drink up. It's time for a dump. So tonight we got a couple of blurbs about aliens and alien sightings and more of like an in-depth exploration of the topic. But that being said, the first one is the phenomenon of UFO sightings. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying it says 1947, but I guess maybe we didn't see aliens or spaceships before that, or we just didn't keep track, so I don't know. But since 1947, over 120,000 UFO sightings have been reported in the U.S. alone, with countless more across the globe. These sightings range from simple descriptions of bright lights in the sky to more elaborate accounts of disc-shaped spherical or triangular objects performing seemingly impossible maneuvers. While the majority of these sightings can be attributed to natural phenomena like meteors or planets or aircraft or even weather balloons, a small but significant percentage remain unexplained, and it's fueling speculation and intrigue.
The search for extraterrestrial life. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the belief in extraterrestrial life is widespread, and the search for it is a major scientific endeavor. Scientists are using advanced telescopes, satellites, and other instruments to search for signs of life beyond Earth, such as the presence of water, organic molecules, or atmospheric conditions that could support life as we know it. The discovery of extraterrestrial life, even in its simplest form, would be a monumental scientific breakthrough, with profound implications for our understanding of the universe and our place within it.
So the next one is the Fermi paradox and the Drake equation, and they're both theories. The vastness of the universe and the potential for habitable planets raises the question, where is everybody? This question, known as the Fermi paradox, highlights the apparent contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial life and the lack of evidence for it. The Drake equation, however, is a formula used to estimate the number of intelligent civilizations in our galaxy. takes into account factors like the rate of star formation, the number of planets per star, and the probability of life arising on a given planet. While the Drake equation is based on a number of assumptions and uncertainties, it provides a framework for thinking about the possibility of extraterrestrial life and the challenges of detecting it.
The implications of contact. The discovery of extraterrestrial life, particularly intelligent life, would have profound implications for humanity. It could challenge our fundamental beliefs about our place in the universe, our origins, and our future. It could also lead to technological advancements, cultural exchange, and even conflict. The potential benefits and risks of contact with extraterrestrial intelligence are a subject of much debate and speculation, and it is crucial that we approach this possibility with both caution and open-mindedness.
It's a small sewer alligator, I'll say that much. So, I want to get right into it, right? With everything, so the drone sightings here on the East Coast, let's just start with that, right?
It's wild, bro.
It is. And I will say I haven't seen them. I have not. Lucky you. My brother-in-law has, so Jill and I have not seen them. Although I don't think we've really looked for them. However, clearly it's happening.
Yeah.
And it's happening all over. What's your theory, bro? Like, what do you think's really happening?
Dude, honestly, when I think about it, with the amount that they were saying that we had from like here to Pennsylvania to Delaware, there was like some sightings even like further west, they were saying. I think that they're looking for something. You know what
Who's
I mean?
they?
Like, I don't know is the thing.
So you're saying they in the form of
it could be
the
like
drones
anything.
for now.
The drones in a sense. Yeah.
So for you, for you right now is just drones. We don't know what's behind the drones, what force or anything, any entity.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
It's just drones. So these drones, you think they're looking for something?
I think they were looking for something. I mean, think about it. Like, they're flying over a military base in New Jersey, which is like a huge fucking no-no. In a sense.
Yeah, I mean, imagine doing that on GTA.
Yeah, right?
Done.
5 stars immediately.
Yeah, right?
Like, my sister even said that, like, she saw sightings, and my sister's in the military as well. But, like, I'm not going to disclose, like, where she is, but she said that, like, her unit said that they saw, like, sightings of them near a base, and, you know, it's fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, for them to be flying over a military base when technically, in a sense, our military is supposed to be the ones protecting us. So kind of like it's like a tit for tat. You know what I mean? Like, we sit here and think, like, it could be the military. It could be someone private. It could be someone from another fucking country, like, spying on us or some shit. You know what I mean? Like
Kim Jong-un, for all we know.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. It's
Little Rocket Man.
But no, I definitely think that, like, they were looking for something particular. Like,
Okay.
they lost something, or they're looking for a reason for something.
So then,
you know what I mean?
would you then more speculate the force behind it is human?
Definitely.
Okay, I agree with that.
I think so.
Because I've even seen some crazy articles where it says, like, no, there's like orbs in the sky with the drones, and it's like the aliens and stuff are like out here searching for things, and it's like, whoa, okay, wait a second, okay. So what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that I don't agree or disagree with the idea of aliens. That's not the topic.
Yeah.
The topic is more or less come on. What if there's extraterrestrials and they've been fucking all of their existence on planet Earth for however many millennia or 5 years it's been, has done such a great job at hiding themselves and not allowing the rest of the world to see them, and then all of a sudden, hey, we're just gonna float around with drones? Yeah. No. No. I don't think that's the way it would go.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing that it kind of made me think about with the drone thing is, like, I don't know if you've ever paid attention when it comes to, like, after we have, like, an election, you know, and, like, conspiracy shit that happens. Like, for instance, like, right after the last election we had, fucking COVID happened in December, like, out of fucking nowhere, apparently. You know what I mean?
All right, we don't need to get to there. We don't need to get political.
But I'm not, it's not that I'm getting political. It's
I know what
just
you're
like,
saying. Yeah.
if you pay attention to things that happen like this, when major incidents happen, it's to like try and get you to focus on that instead of something else. You know what I mean? Like it's like they're trying to draw your attention to this to hide something else that's going on. Whether it's our government, it could be something stupid, you know?
So I think I agree with that in a different notion.
Okay.
That I think, for instance, 9/11, right? Not to get extremely political at all, right? That said, though, 9/11, there was an outcome from 9/11 with some major transformation in policies. Mm-hmm. More specifically, the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
So whether it was a ploy or whether it was realistic or not, now knowing that has occurred, and even look at the conspiracy. If we're going to go down conspiracies, look at Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
The pings were on the radar beforehand, and it got waived.
Yep.
So allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Anyway.
Point is, though, ultimately, I don't know what these drones are. I definitely don't think it's aliens. But that doesn't change my opinion about aliens. Do I think they're real? Fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah, dude.
It's just I truly can't imagine. There's this vastness. And it's been scientifically proven that planets aren't getting farther apart. No. I'm sorry. It's not planets are moving. Planets are getting farther apart because the space between them is growing.
Yeah.
Space is, it's a vastness of void just continuing to grow.
Yep.
So there's got to be.
And it's like, for instance, like we're sitting here talking about like, the vastness and void and space and everything. I was actually scrolling through TikTok yesterday before I came over here, and I saw this thing.
Of course you
were. Which, speaking of that, rest in peace, TikTok. You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't know what I'm gonna, dude. I'm gonna have some quick shits. My shits are going to be like that and done. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway,
first world problems.
No, I saw this video the other day that they actually finally got video proof with audio of a meteorite actually coming through our atmosphere and hitting the ground. Like physical proof. They grabbed the evidence from what was on. It was all caught on a Ring camera, right, like a foot from this dude's front door. Right. They grabbed all of the samples from the video and tested it, and it came up positive that it was an actual meteorite. Because they have found meteorites before, they've tested them, all this stuff. But this was the very first actual video evidence of one being caught on camera, hitting the ground on Earth with sound. There's never been any video proof of one actually landing and hitting the Earth. It's fucking nuts.
And that's crazy because I was speaking of TikTok, right? Watching a TikTok about I guess it's this guy that's really into paleontology, and it was this woman who said, she says that dinosaurs aren't real and these bones, like, how is it crazy that why doesn't any random person that we know just find a bone?
Yeah.
And blah blah blah. And for a second, don't get me like, look, not to tarnish anybody's belief about anything.
Yeah.
Believed in dinosaurs, don't believe in dinosaurs. But when you present the opinion and vocalize that opinion on a public platform saying, why don't normal people find bones? Educate yourself first, right?
Get some flack,
Educate yourself first. That's why, like, there's farmers in Australia that find bones literally all the time.
Dude, there's contractors, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That are out there doing work like I do that find shit like that.
It's just that was just an ignorant comment. But ultimately, this paleontologist person, right? He goes on to say that they've even found speculatively or allegedly where the meteorite had impacted, that actually ultimately was the demise of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And it really just comes down to, I mean, you could look that I think everything is just always open to interpretation. I think it comes down to everything, politics, religion, history, everything. Yeah. It's almost like those flat earthers, right?
Huh?
It's almost like those flat earthers. I mean, look, okay.
Well, no offense. I'm gonna contradict on that. Like,
you believe in a flat earth?
No, I don't believe in a flat earth. But you mean to tell me when you're up in a fucking plane, you can't see that? Because you can. You physically can.
When you're on a boat out at sea, you can see it.
Yes.
It does it. I mean, there's the ocean. I think we can all agree the ocean is the flattest area to be on any surface of this entire sphere or flatness, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That is just redundant.
It is. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand it. It's physical evidence, and these people are just like, oh, the earth is flat.
It's not his fault. He can't read. It's crazy.
It's fucking retarded.
It is. It is. It's I can't fathom it. So have you ever had? All right, I'll preface it by this. Right, my question. So I knew an individual when I was younger, and they swore up and down they saw like a spaceship before, out over above the Delaware Bay. And they know it was because the way that it moved, the way that it was just, it would go in the air and fly and then stop and stay still and then go again, right? Have you ever yourself experienced what you thought was maybe some like extraterrestrial shit?
Me personally, extraterrestrial, no. Paranormal, yeah, but
paranormal is different.
That's another thing.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be for a dad's after hours, bud.
But physically extraterrestrial, no. I mean, I and you see, even though I physically haven't seen any like physical evidence, I still believe that there is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even with not being able to actually physically see something from that. Which I know that there's like a lot of people that say they have, but then there's no evidence, and then there is evidence with some cases, but I don't know. I still believe, obviously, but me personally, no. I've never. So
then, what's your take on the basically without being too abreast of everything that was conversed in the trial per se, because it was more or less just a hearing, not a trial. In the hearing about extraterrestrials with the government, what and basically the admittance of not knowledge of life, but more or less not being able to deny it. You know what I'm saying? It's admitting it without actually denying it. And I don't know how aware of that hearing you ever were or not, because it had like high ranking government officials and military officials. Like there was a pilot who and he's big in the extraterrestrial conspiracy world, where he has been flying and seen ships.
Yeah.
You know, seeing extraterrestrial life.
Yeah.
Now, again, it's all alleged because there's no actual evidence about it or released evidence that we're aware of.
Yeah, exactly.
But then even like places like in high of security, like Area 51. I mean, I think there's just too many coincidences for it to just be like, you know what? It's just a coincidence. I mean, you have a coincidence and then you have a coincidence after a coincidence after a coincidence. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's so many.
When does the math add up?
Yeah, so many coincidences get to the point where you're actually like, maybe this is actually legit. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these different people that have never had anything in their life happen to them, and then all of a sudden, boom, this crazy fucking thing happens where they're like, they have this dream where they get fucking sucked up into a ship and whatever, blah blah blah. And then there's like, you go and you look at that evidence in a sense, and there's multiple different people that have had the same fucking thing happen to them.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild to think about. But then at the same time, there's people that sit here and think like, oh, they're just copying off of what the first person said and trying to get like clout in a sense, you know, and be popular or whatever. there's a lot of things that could be positive and negative with the situation. So it's like it really sits here and makes everyone think about if it's actually real or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's when it comes down to things like that, it's not going to change my opinion on it.
Yeah.
Because
I hear that.
I personally haven't seen one. Doesn't mean I don't believe. I do believe. But at the same time, it's not going to be like someone that's going to sit here and trying to convince me not to believe. So it's, I don't know.
There's not enough for it and not enough against it. And in my opinion, I think it's a lot like how religion is. In any religion, really. If you can blindly have belief in a deity that is above you or a creator that is above you, I think then you also not need to annex the idea that there's potentially other life out there. I think the idea of just belief, believing without seeing, I think that needs to go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally teach our kid, the Christian religion literally teaches your kids to do that, and not only their basis of religion, but in just of Santa Claus.
Yeah.
You need to believe and not see. So in that same notion, I think it's very immature for people to just completely deny the idea that aliens exist.
Yeah.
But I also think you can go off the deep end.
Oh yeah,
right?
Oh yeah.
I also think you could go off the deep end a little bit there.
Definitely.
And yeah, find yourself where it's like just off the deep end, off your rocker, man. And yeah, have you ever met anybody who's been so enthralled with any type of conspiracy, aliens or anything?
No. For me to sit here and actually think about it, no. I mean, I know there's probably a possibility I probably did come across somebody, but physically sitting here thinking about it, no. Not some, because I know that if I did come across somebody that was so that in depth into something like that, I would remember.
Then what about other conspiracies, right? I mean, aliens. We could, I don't know how much you could really talk about aliens because it's just more or less speculation, but what about some other conspiracies, right? What about, because obviously we live in a state where we have our own myth.
The Jersey Devil, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally have a professional sports team named
the Devils
after that. Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's your take on it? Like what do you think is the reason behind folklore? What do you think is the reason behind conspiracies?
I'm going to stop you right there because I think this is something that we can more or less talk about on our Dad Tapes After Dark.
Look at you just leaving the dangling carrot for our listeners.
Sorry.
Look at that.
I'm
Look
sorry.
at that. Oh, my
goodness.
goodness.
I think, listen, there's a lot of things that can be talked about with that kind of a topic, and I think that's something we should save.
Fair enough. I respect that. Right? So then back to aliens. What we'll just last question, right? We'll just say. Remember the movie Attack of Mars? Yeah. Mars Attacks. I'm sorry.
Mars Attacks.
Right?
That was a good fucking movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. It was a funny movie, but not funny, but funny at the same time. So imagine. Here we are, our day-to-day living, and then all of a sudden, an invasion happens. Or, I'm sorry, these extraterrestrials make themselves known. Do you think it would become an amicable relationship with these extraterrestrials? Or is your speculation it's going to be fighting for life?
I don't know, man. We got some hostile fucking people in our country, bro. I think it's going to come down to
So you think it would be us retaliating to them?
I don't think it's going to be, in a sense, us retaliating to them, but I think there's going to be that one motherfucker that goes and says some dumb shit and does some dumb shit, and it comes to our demise.
Hold my beer, boy.
Yeah, dude. Some shit like that.
So then let's play this out for a second, right? Let's play this out. All right, so it's basically mayhem. Now the other question is, do the countries of the world unite? Or is it like a free-for-all? Like it's like a battle royale?
I think it's going to be a free-for-all because honestly, no offense, like I know there are some countries out there that fucking hate us. And I think they're going to try to be like, oh, like, come over here, like, we're going to try and destroy them. And trying to pull some, like, alliance bullshit, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be straight fucking free-for-all. It's just going to be a bloodbath. If somebody does something like that, it's just going to be fucking nuts.
Kind of gets you hyped.
Yeah, dude.
It kind of gets you hyped when you think about it, man. It's fucking crazy, but it kind of gets you hyped.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, all right, like this is literally what I've been training for since I was in high school on Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it. Yep. And then we had Modern Warfare happen. Yep. And then we had Advanced Warfare happen, and this is it. This is what I've been training for this whole time.
People jumping around in exosuits and shit.
We fight aliens and countries, bro. It's just a KOS, bro.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
It moves is dead.
Shit.
It moves is dead. Dude, that would be something, wouldn't it?
It'd be wild, bro.
I couldn't imagine. I genuinely can't imagine. And ultimately, regardless of like any alleged evidence or speculation or any like told experiences, there really is no profound proof that aliens do or do not exist. And just like the mystery of life itself, it's something that kind of has us plagued. The thought that every person on at least some point in time in their lives has thought about that. We may never actually really genuinely know the answer in our lifetime, but it's also fun to just live in the hypothetical for just a moment of time and just enjoy the conversation, like what we did tonight.
Yeah,
right? Because I told you I am well and all prepared because I had enough Advanced Warfare training, so we're good to go. I just see my exosuit. So it's time for our situations, bro. What you got for us tonight?
All right, we're gonna start off with no one messes with Ben and or Jerry. This one's by Keith. This is back in July of 24 in Ireland. Today I was introduced to tell my niece a bedtime story.
Read that again.
Oh. Today I was instructed to tell my niece a bedtime story. So I made up a story where they come down to Earth and steal all the ice cream. Suddenly, she burst into tears and ran to her mom, screaming, "The aliens are coming! The aliens are coming! Save the ice cream!" Now, I'm banned from bedtime storytelling.
Yo, Ben and or Jerry, man. You know what, bro? You kind of deserved that one. You telling a little kid a story about it. You know what? You deserved it. Still funny, but yeah.
And the next one, it's called Get Back by Boar in Albuquerque.
Well, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I mean, that's a hot site right there.
Yeah.
That's a hot site.
Today, while I was waiting at a red light, another car slammed into me. By the time I got out to assess the damage, the other car was empty and there was nobody in sight. Either Moby Dickwad was abducted by aliens mid-crash or he was behind on his insurance payments.
I'm going to go with the latter. The dude, he was hiding in his own trunk, and he was like, "Look, you know what? My car was stolen, bro.
No habla español or no habla inglés." And the next one, which has no title, by Jesse, back in 2012 in the United States. Today I had to get a prostate exam. Right before the doctor started, he told me that if I found it awkward at all, I should have just imagined I was being probed by aliens.
Okay. Well, I really don't know what to say to that.
I don't either.
I feel like you're being probed.
I feel bad for you, bro.
You should just get a new doctor, Jesse. My goodness, bro.
And the last one by Loner Cal. This one's my favorite.
Okay. All right. Then don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint.
Back in 2012 in the United States. Today, I got really bored, so I posted on Facebook. Someone should kidnap me for the day. My mom commented, "The only things willing to kidnap you are aliens, and that would be because they'd mistaken you for a cow."
Oh, shit!
16 people
liked her comment. Oh, shit. Yo, mama firing shots, bro. Damn. Mama Dukes is she ain't having that shit, bro. She throwing all that shade. Damn. Well, you ain't gonna find any shade like that on our social media, like Facebook.com/The Dad Tapes. We're on Instagram at The Dad Tapes Podcast. You can find us on X, or well, I still call it Twitter, at The Dad Tapes. TikTok at Dad Tapes Podcast. Now, don't expect us to have posted anything in quite some time because we haven't. We haven't, flat out, right? But if you guys start to like some stuff on there, some old stuff, or follow us or subscribe, maybe we'll start posting again, right? Show us you listen. Show us you listen. But either way, subscribe because it really helps us.
Before we wrap this tape up, let's get to this week's dad joke. I am friends with 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Oh God, you know what? That's actually really good. I know it. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be like, I just don't like you. That's another good one too. Oh man, that was good. I like that. But you know what? You know what I don't like is when you guys just forget to rewind the tape. So let's just do that. Let's just, hit that simple rewind button, put it in the box, because Josh gets very frustrated. He's getting, pretty frustrated all around in life right now.
Yeah.
He has no outlets or no holes to fill right now. Work related. You know what I'm saying? So he's getting a little frustrated, or not work related. We don't know. But he, come on, guys. He's easily triggered. All right. So just rewind it. All right. Until next time. So, take it easy, guys. I'm out. Deuces.